Hi guys! Welcome to Vblog. Our today's episode is operations on sign numbers. By the way, this is Teacher Abe. To add two numbers with the same sign, add their absolute values, then affix the common sign. In example letter A, 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. We simply have positive 7 because 2 and 5 is positive. So we just add the two numbers. Then we got 7. On problem 2 or B, negative 2 plus negative 5. So we have here the brace, but of course, the brace doesn't matter here because they are both negative sign. So in that case, we copy the sign. Negative 2 plus negative 5, negative 7. So we just disregard the brace here. We don't change the sign of negative 5. Okay? So they are all negative. Negative 2 plus negative 5, negative 7. On problem C, negative 27 plus negative 23 plus negative 8 is equal to negative 31. The same as problem number 2 or letter B. So we copy the sign, negative, and then 31. For letter D, we have negative, we have 5.8 plus negative 2.5. So, we subtract these two because the 5.8 is positive and then negative 2.5 is negative 2.5 is this term, no? So, this term is negative 2.5. So, they have different sign number. So, that's why we subtract it. Then, the value is the answer is 3.3. As you can see, it is not negative because the bigger value here is 5.8. So, we copy the sign of the bigger value. That's why this is 3.3. To add two numbers with different signs, subtract their absolute values, then affix the sign of the number with greater absolute value. For letter A, we have 8 plus negative 11. We subtract negative 11 to 8. That's why we have negative 3. We copied the negative sign because negative 11 has a greater value. On letter B, we have negative 12 plus 17. Our answer is 5. We're going to notice the number 17 is higher than negative 12. That's why the sign here is positive. But of course, we don't write positive here. Okay, so that's why we have 5. Positive 5. For letter C, we have negative 25 plus 43. So our answer is 18. So 43 has a greater value than negative 25. That's why this is positive. We subtract this because we have negative sign and positive sign. And this is addition. So if this is in addition and unlike sign, we subtract it. Okay, that's why we got 18, positive 18. For letter D, we have 60 plus, close and open parenthesis, negative 80. Our answer is negative 20. The negative 80 is greater than 60. That's why it is negative. We subtract 80 to 60. So, that's why we get 20, negative 20. To subtract two numbers, change the sign of the subtrahend and proceed to addition. This is something to do with rule number 1 and number 2. Again, to subtract two numbers, change the sign of the subtrahend and proceed to addition. Example letter A. 8 minus 15. We change the sign, positive, we change the sign of the subtrahend, so that's why it is negative 15. So from negative or subtraction, we change it to addition. Then we change the sign of the subtrahend, negative 15, from positive 15. So 8 plus negative 15, that's negative 7. We copy the sign of the bigger value. Okay? So the bigger value is negative 15. That's why that's negative 7. For letter B, we have negative 23 minus 5. So that is negative 23 plus negative 5. So we change the operation sign to positive, then we change the symbol or the sign of the subtrahend. That's why this is negative, then plus. So negative 23 plus negative 5, negative 28. Okay? So, we copy the sign, negative. So, like sign, of course, that's negative. Okay? For letter C, we have negative 8 minus negative 15. Okay? Minus negative 15. Okay? You're going to notice, we have subtraction, then minus. So, we change this to positive sign. We change this to positive sign. That's why plus 15. We copy lang the negative 8. So, negative 8 plus 15, 7. Okay? The bigger sign is 15. So, that's positive. For letter D, negative 95 minus negative 80. So, the operation is negative. The subtrahend is negative. So, positive, positive. We change this to their sign, no? We change the sign. Positive, positive. That's why we have positive 80. Okay? Plus 80. Then, copy lang the negative 95. Negative 95 plus 80, negative 15. Negative 95 is bigger. That's why that's negative 15. Okay? Multiplication. To multiply two numbers, find the product of their absolute values. If the numbers have the same sign, the product is positive. And if they have different signs, the product is negative. Again, if the numbers have the same sign, the product is positive. And if they have different signs, the product is negative. In sample problem number letter A, we have positive 8 and positive 2. 8 times 2, that's 16. Both of them are positive. Therefore, this is positive. Okay, the value is positive. Negative 8 times negative 2, the answer is still positive 16. Because they have the same sign. Negative 8 and negative 2. Okay? Same sign, positive. For letter C, we have negative 10 times 2. The answer is negative 20. The sign is negative because they have different sign numbers or they have different sign. This negative 10 and positive 2. That's why that's negative 20. For letter D, we have 14 times negative 2. Then, the product is negative 28. This is negative because the sign is different. We have positive 14 and negative 2. Now, let's go to division. To divide two numbers, take the quotient of their absolute value. If the numbers have the same sign, the quotient is positive. And if they have different signs, the quotient is negative. In sample letter A, we have negative 8 divided by negative 2. The answer is 4 because we have the same negative. So that's why it is positive. On letter B, negative 30 divided by 2, then the answer is negative 15. We have unlike sign, negative, then positive. That's why this is negative. For letter C, 20 divided by 4, positive 5. Both value is positive. That's why the value or the answer is positive. For letter D, we have 24 divided by negative 6. That is negative 4. Because 24 is positive, negative 6. Then we have negative 6. They have different sign or they have different sign. That's why that is negative 4. Let's have example number 1 for addition and subtraction of algebraic expression. We have 6 minus 12 divided by 3. The first thing that we're going to do is to divide the 12 and 3. So, what do we have? That is 4. So, copy the 6 and the subtraction operation. So then, what do we have here? What's our answer then? 6 minus 4, that is 2. Positive 2. Okay? So that is for number 1. Okay? For the number 2, let's have number 2. So 8 times 5 times 5. And then plus 6. And then we still have 3. And then 4 squared minus 4 squared. And then divided by 8. Then plus 2. Okay? So, the first thing that we're going to do is to look for the multiplication and division. Guys, the clue is we have to look for the multiplication and division first. Okay? In some mathematics concept, they use it as MDAS. Multiplication, division, addition, and then subtraction. So, 8 times 5, that is 40. So, we have 40 plus 6. So, we simplify this first, no? Then, copy the number 3, subtraction. 4 times 4, that is 16. Okay? Then, divide it by 8. Plus 2. Okay? Then, so, 46. This will be 46. Times, so copy the 3. So 16 divided by 8, that is ilan? That is 3 plus 2. Ay, this is 2. Sorry. This is 2. Okay? So 16 divided by 8 is 2. Tama. Okay. So then we have 46. So this is 1. plus 2. So, we got now 46 times 3. So, what's our answer? 138. Okay? Okay? So, recap. So, we divide this, we get 40. Copy lang the 6. Then, 4 times 4, 16. Okay, we copy everything. Then, we subtract this to get 2. So, 16 divided by 8, that's 2. Okay? Then, you subtract, you get 1. Copy the 2. Then, that's 3. Copy the 46. So, 46 times 3, 138. Positive because both of them are positive. Okay, now let's have problem number 3. 32 divided by 8 plus 3 times negative 5. Divide it by 7 plus 3 times 8 minus 4 cube. Okay? The first thing that we do is we subtract this. 32 divided by 8, that is 4. Plus, copy lang this one, no? So, 3 times, actually, you can shortcut it, no? But I'm going to copy it first so that others can follow. Okay? Then, we have 7 plus, this is 24, minus, this one, 4 times 4, 16 times 4, that is 64, no? So, 4 plus negative 15 all over. So, this is 31. Tama? 31 minus 64. So, then we have negative 11 all over negative 33. So, this can be an answer or 1 over 3. Okay, positive na. Okay, because they have the same sign. Okay? So, 1/3. This is the final answer, 1/3 actually. The simplified number is 1/3. Okay? So, that's all for today, guys. Next meeting, we will be having addition and subtraction of algebraic expression with letters, no? So, this one have no letters yet. So, next time we will be having literal coefficient. Okay? Bye-bye! Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share our video. Thank you. Bye-bye!